What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and in this video we're having a look at another pair of ski or snowboard goggles. More specifically, these are the UVEX Skyper LTM goggles in white matte frame color with the light mirror pink S3 anti-fog lenses. There you go, that's all the statistics for you. Not much in the way of presentation again. We've looked at a pair of Oakley snowboard goggles in another video, and it was the same story, so you know, for the money I think they could have done a bit better. These are 80 euros here in Germany, and for that you get the goggles themselves and a little carry pouch, which is not even a microfiber cleaning cloth, but it's a pouch you can obviously carry your goggles with you so they don't scratch. Now, the goggles themselves, like I said, it's the matte white frame with the white band as well, and the pink mirrored lenses. Now, obviously you can get these in a whole variety of styles and colors, so you know, there's certainly something there to match you and your own personal taste. But this one is, you know, the matte white one specifically, and I think it looks rather good with the sort of the pink orange disco lens compared or next to the white frame. Well, it's kind of nice, kind of stylish, but obviously that has to be your kind of thing. Now the frame is obviously present around the lenses, which is not you know, completely in line with the bigger snowboard goggle brands, sort of moving towards frameless designs. But obviously those frameless designs get quite a lot more expensive, and these are 80 euros, so they're sort of you know, middle of the range goggles that'll do you just well if you only go, you know, skiing, snowboarding once a year, you know, and you don't really want to spend 200-400 euros on goggles. Now, there's a nice piece of foam here that sort of connects your face to the goggles. Only one layer, and nothing exciting to see over there. But it's a nice seal around the face, and it's you know, not uncomfortable at all. Obviously, it's not as comfortable as, you know, the high-end goggles with triple, quadruple layer foams, but it's doing a great job. There's two openings here on the top to let the hot air out, obviously, and this whole upper part is sort of vented foam as well to get rid of warm air and to make sure that your lenses don't fog up from the inside. Got the UVEX logo here, UVEX logo on the band as well, which is not too broad, but it does a good job in staying tight, especially because most helmets have a little clip on the back, so your goggles won't fall off anyway. And with the sliders here, you can adjust it according to your own size. Nothing here on the inside. Some goggles actually have some anti-slip lines here, some rubber to make sure it sits, you know, tight on your head or your helmet. But none of that here. And again, that's sort of part of the theme of sort of mid-spec lenses and mid-spec goggles that, you know, you get what you pay for in the end. And for 80 euros, they had to cut some corners somewhere, obviously. On the bottom, some ventilation here as well. Same thing, same foam goes on here, and there's actually you know, a nice soft patch here on the nose part to make sure it sits comfortable on your face. Then here on the side, it's just a little, almost like a bow, where the elastic band is attached to the frame. I'm not sure how long that will hold up, because you know, it's just the end of the elastic band sort of tight and sewn together. But I suppose, you know, you don't put that much pressure and friction on here anyway, so it should be fine. And that's really all there is to see. The lenses, obviously, there's a whole bunch of UVEX technology in there that filters out, you know, bad light, makes you see better, and so on. And they do a really decent job. Again, for the price, you get a good, decent pair of goggles that will get you along just fine. I wouldn't say regardless of the conditions, but anywhere where there's a little bit of sun, maybe a few clouds, these lenses will be just fine. Obviously, when the conditions get a bit more extreme, you know, a complete whiteout, snowstorms and so on, they start to, I wouldn't say fall apart a little bit, but you know, they start to struggle, because again, for 80 euros, you know, you can't expect the high-end lenses, for example, from like Smith Optics or Oakley. It just isn't the same technology that they put in there. And you notice that, for example, in the thickness of the lenses, you know, they're suitable for these goggles, but obviously, for example, the lenses from Oakley are much thicker. The lenses from Smith Optic have the same thing, much thicker. So you get more bang for your buck, obviously, but you pay a lot more there as well. What do we make of these lenses, these goggles? I like them. They're nice, sort of run-of-the-mill goggles that you can pick up without, you know, doing extensive research or without having to break the bank. And for that, you get a decent pair of goggles that'll hold you up just fine. If you're sort of just a hobbyist, you know, nothing too crazy, then these goggles will be just fine for you. And with the different colors options they have available, you know, I'm sure you'll find something that fits your outfit or your helmet style or whatever. And I think they look pretty decent. Like I said in the beginning, I like the combination of the lens color with the frame. Maybe a bit even female oriented, but it works fine for men as well, I think. All in all, a good pair of goggles for the price. You can't really go wrong, I think, with this for 80 euros. I think you have a decent pair of goggles that'll serve you really well and that you can enjoy for a couple of years, and then maybe move on to something more expensive or stick with it, you know, as long as it doesn't break, all is well. This was Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the UVEX snowboard and ski goggles. This is the Skyper LTM model. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!